Hi Cancerians, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your 1st to the 15th of September Gypsy Tarot spread. So basically, just to let you know how everything's going to run, you've got 4 readings coming a month now. So you've got between the 1st and the 15th of the month, you've got the Gypsy Tarot Love spread, and you've also got your Celtic Cross spread, okay, Celtic Cross General spread, which can literally show anything. So that's the 1st to the 15th, and then from the 16th to the end of the month you'll have the same 2 readings. It's just really to see if there's any updates that are occurring or anything new that's occurring, and I just like the instantaneousness of doing readings that way. The other thing to say, Cancer, is I'll be appearing on screen now for your Celtic Cross. I haven't been connecting with the audience. I used to do it all of the time, got really busy, sort of not neglected the channel, but neglected to show myself on screen, was just showing the cards, and I don't really want to act like that as a reader. Some people just like to show the cards, which is fair enough, but I think that for me, I like to interact with the audience. So yeah, you've got Gypsy Tarot, which you'll just see the cards like now, and the Celtic Cross, you'll see me on those readings. Okay, for your reading, guys, I'm using the Witch's Tarot, which I love. Okay, I've got about 2 more decks of this, but that I haven't opened. I love this deck so much, so we're using that. And we're going to use, for your advice card, the Romance Angels. Okay, so without further ado, let's start. Universe Spirit, show me what's coming in for Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising signs in terms of their love lives between the 1st and the 15th of September. What's going on? Show me what's coming in for Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising signs for their love lives between the 1st and the 15th of September. This is purely for the general public, for everyone who's watching this video. What's going on for Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising signs in their love lives between the 1st and 15th of September. Show me. Alright, so we've shuffled the cards, Cancerians. We're going to split the deck, and then we're going to start laying the cards. So let's have a look for you guys. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I really hope it's a good reading for you guys, because I've just done a reading for Capricorn and it's awesome, so beautiful. So I'm hoping the same energies, or you know, a really nice reading is going to be here for you guys in terms of love. 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. There we go. Let's have a look at what is going on around the mental and emotional. So 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands card represents to wait often, and it often represents when something is coming to boiling point. So the situation could be that you guys are waiting for something here. You're not giving up, because the 9 of Wands represents never to give up. So this person, no matter what they've been through, they're still holding on to a situation. That could be the situation here, not giving up on something here. However, this 9 of Wands shows someone who is very defensive of what they have. So I don't know whether there's a fire sign around you guys or anything like that who's being a little bit touchy at the moment, but this is really a situation that says you never give up, and it's about standing in your confidence. So you might have had some drawbacks or knockbacks, Cancerians. It's about standing in that power. What's your mental and emotional around that? Well, mentally and emotionally, it's nice, because around this waiting, or this standing in your power, mentally, with the Ace of Wands, there is a sense of, I feel that this, when you get the Ace of Wands, it's about new realizations. So I feel that if we were to look at it, how you approach this mentally, it might be that there is a realization around this with the Ace of Wands. Emotionally, then this is fire energy. So it's about feeling geared up to do something new. It's a new beginning card, but Ace of Wands for me, mentally and emotionally, it's about feeling that empowerment. And I do feel that there is a sense of, because the wands also represent intuition, so there might be a new intuition that's come to you. There might be a sense of empowerment that you're feeling around this. This is male energy. I feel that there is a sense of empowerment mentally and emotionally around this situation. Could be something that you're waiting for, you're holding out for. What's the reason for that? Because of the Chariot, and that's you guys there. I feel that you want victory. You are determined to have whatever this thing is. Cancerians, because the Chariot means that even though you're being pulled in, we can read this two ways really. I feel that there is a sense of empowerment mentally and emotionally with this Ace of Wands energy. The situation is something that you're holding out for. You're not letting go of it. You're not giving up on it. And I feel that mentally and emotionally, you're very, very drawn to this. You're very attracted to whatever it is, which is what the Ace of Wands is. And I also feel that you're very, very empowered by this. I think it's something that really gets your juices flowing, Cancerians. It's because of you guys, the Chariot. Now, you might be being pulled in two directions. There might be some form of difficult energy around the situation, but the Chariot is about harnessing control over a situation. So I see you guys here trying to bring a situation into balance and into control, but that's through force of will and through self-belief. Let's have a look at what your present situation is about. Well, there's an Empress. So there's somebody possibly, this situation could be about a new relationship that started for some of you guys, because Empresses represent number 3 in the tarot, and the Empress represents growth, fertility, abundance. So there could be a relationship that has the potential for growth, for to prosper, to grow into something amazing when you get the Empress. The Empress can also be where there's a beautiful individual around you. So the situation could be about a beautiful individual. I think Empresses can represent maybe Taurus or Leo, possibly Libra individual. I'm not sure Libra, but certainly I think Leo or Taurus potentially. But there is a beautiful individual maybe around some of you guys. The Empress shows somebody who's beautiful. They're gorgeous. They're nurturing. They're motherly. They're lovely to look at. They're all those things. But what is the situation around the Empress? Well, you've got the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords says, if there's something of a new relationship here or an attraction being the situation, it might be with the Four of Swords that this thing has been on hold, because Four of Swords represents to take a pause. So it might be that, there's a person around you. If this situation is about the person, well, what is it about the person? Maybe they're not showing any interest with that Four of Swords. Maybe they're withdrawing. So it might be there's a person around you. There's a lot of interest in this individual. But the situation around this person is, well, what is it about this person? Are they withdrawing? Have they been holding back from you? And is that why, mentally and emotionally, here we see the situation is that you're holding out for something. Mentally and emotionally, what is it that you're holding out for? Why is that? You're still very attracted to it emotionally with the Ace of Wands. It gets your juices going. It makes you feel on fire. Mentally, this is about, standing in your power with the Ace of Wands energy. It is a realization card, yes, but it is also feeling that sense of springtime has sprung. So I feel there's a sense of empowerment in, I don't know whether there's a chase that you guys are on or something, because the Chariot can easily be as a card, somebody who likes the thrill of the chase in a situation. You can see how he's moving forward so quickly. There's something about being in a chase around someone potentially. I think that you're determined, despite the obstacles, to get whatever this is, whatever your desire is. But the situation is about either a new relationship that's sprung, but around that new relationship, if it's that, there is a sense of pause with the Four of Swords, because Four of Swords often means in relationships, withdrawal, pause, taking time out from each other, seeking introspection. What's the reason for that? Because of strength. So somebody's very resilient here with the strength energy going on. All right, I don't think it's you. I think it's somebody else, because mentally and emotionally you're all these things. All right, and this kind of tells me when I look at the spread that you are determined to have something at all costs. You're very, very fired up by it. But I feel that what this is that this is somebody, the Empress that's around you, male or female. It's somebody that you're very attracted to. It's a situation. But I feel around this situation there's been a pause. Somebody's holding back here with the Four of Swords. What's the reason for that? Because strength. And strength is either that they know they've got you under manners here. They know that they can play you with this strength card, because the strength card shows a woman who's tamed a lion. So Cancerians, it might be that they know that they can do whatever it is that they want to do and you'll still run back. Or it could be that this person is refraining, because the strength card means to have the inner confidence to draw back from a situation. It could also be that as well. What's going on in your hopes and desires? Well, you want justice. The situation is about getting your rewards, getting justice on this situation, getting what it is that your mental and emotional area is speaking about. But what is it that your hopes are around this justice? Well, there you go. You want victory. You've got the Six of Wands. So the situation is about getting justice, because you want victory. You're hoping for victory. You're hoping to conquer this thing that seems to be eluding some of you guys here. What's the reason for the Six of Wands, though? There you go. Four of Wands. What you want is to start building something with this individual. For some of you guys, it might be that you want engagement from this person. For some of you guys, it might be that you want to build a life with this person. For some of you guys, it might be that you want to start dating this person. You certainly want the Four of Wands. You want victory because of the Four of Wands. This person makes you feel happy. They make you feel alive. They make you feel good about yourself. So you definitely want something with this individual, Cancerians. Let's have a look at what your expectations are. Well, the situation is about the Magician. So the Magician is all about taking action. It's about taking action on dreams. The Magician also is about having an intention. So the situation could be about having an intention to act on something. But what would be your expectation around that Magician? Well, you're expecting conflict with the Five of Swords. Because the Five of Swords can either mean that you're expecting conflict or you're expecting some form of severance. What's the reason for that? This person might be very independent. It might be that they don't want a fully fledged relationship with you. It might be that they want a friends with benefits relationship with you. Nine of Pentacles represents somebody who's happy in their own skin. They're confident, they're sexy, they don't need a relationship, they're happy with what they've got. You look at the way that the woman is sweeping through and she's saying, here I am. This is what she says, Nine of Pentacles lady. You know, it's because of this that you're expecting this. You know that this person doesn't need you. And they don't have to have you in their lives because they are, excuse me one moment. Because they're a Nine of Pentacles individual. A Nine of Pentacles individual in the most positive light, Cancerians, they don't really need anybody. They can have multiple partners if they want because they can go home, shut the door and enjoy their own pleasure. Okay? So I feel that you're expecting, you know, the situation is about acting on your intentions, which you have showing up here as well. You're not going to give up easily with that Chariot. Despite the opposing forces that are going on around you, you're not giving up easily. But what you'd expect if you did act is the Five of Swords. Severance, cut out, person getting the upper hand on you because of this. This is who they are. Now, the person could be, I'm estimating maybe, is a Leo perhaps. Could be a Taurus as well, maybe, that I'm thinking. We've got a lot of wands and we've got this Empress sitting here. What's going on around the hidden factors? What is it you don't know? Well, you've got the Sun, which is good. So it's saying that something positive is happening. The situation is about positivity, but it could also be about enlightenment. Let's have a look at what it is that you are not seeing coming in. Well, the Queen of Cups, it might be that this person shares your emotions. Queen of Cups could also be, well, the Sun card is that something good is happening. It might be that what's coming in around that positive, it could be a Scorpio, Pisces, Cancerian individual for some of you Cancers, but it could also be, Queen of Cups represents shared emotions. Maybe this person shares your emotions. Maybe they're just playing hard to get, for example. What's the reason for that Queen of Cups? The Queen of Cups can also be if it's you that you can't see coming in, Cancer, because actually Queen of Cups is a Cancer card as well. So Queen of Cups could be you. Alright, and this is you gaining your emotional intuition on this. You're gaining some form of emotional strength, emotional clarity on the situation. What's the reason for that? Because of the King of Wands. Interesting energies. Let me just think about that. Because the Queen of Cups energy is based on the King of Wands. Could be for some of you guys, yeah, this person does share an emotional connection with you with this Queen of Cups energy because of the King of Wands. And the King of Wands is about a commitment, being committed to something, but it's also about somebody who's very spiritually aware about who they are. It could also maybe be that this is you guys finally sort of understanding something emotionally on a deep emotional level. Why is that? Because of the King of Wands energy. King of Wands here looks like a bit of a joker. Is this person joshing you around? Are they taking a bit of the piss? That type of thing. Let's have a look at what is going on in the immediate future. Well, you've got the shadow side, which is the devil. So the situation could be, well, there's still temptation there. There's still a very, very strong sexual bond for some of you guys going on with that shadow side card. As I've said, it's the devil card in the normal Rider-Waite. It could also be that a situation turns a bit toxic. But let's have a look at what's around this situation. Well, you've got the King of Swords is about the situation here. Now, the King of Swords could be clear speaking, communication. It could also be something to do with an Aquarius, Gemini, Libra individual. Is there a third party individual, for example? Because the situation is showing maybe something turns toxic, but what is it about that toxic situation? The King of Swords. It might be that this person is speaking to you honestly and bluntly, because the King of Swords, Queen of Swords speak fairly, they're honest, but they can be a little bit blunt as well at the same time. We're going to ask why this King of Swords is showing up. Right, because of the Seven of Swords. It's either that there's a third party maybe coming out here, because the situation is turning toxic here. Basically, what I'm seeing is that either the shadow side often shows situations that are toxic. They're very, because this shadow side is the Devil card, they're not very nice often. And around that, well, what's it trying to tell us about the Devil card? You've got a King of Swords here. So it might be that somebody's expressing something in the nastiest of ways to you, because the King of Swords is about speech and communication. And if the situation is about the Devil is often, you know, abuse, for example. It might be somebody's being abusive, they're being rude. And what is that about that rudeness and abuse with the Devil card? Well, it might be that the King of Swords kind of showing there that this situation is about. It might be their clear communication to you. They're being blunt, they're being honest, they're telling you something. Well, what's that honesty based on the Seven of Swords? Have they been messing you about with that Seven of Swords? Have they been deceiving you? It's either there's another individual, because of the Seven of Swords, they've been playing around. They're not just looking at you. Excuse me. They're looking at others. Or I feel that this is something to do with shadow side stroke Devil card situation, abuse, rudeness, that type of thing. The King of Swords is what this is about, clear communication. What's the clear communication based on? Deceptive energy with the Seven of Swords. This is underhandedness. So they might be telling you maybe that this is, they've just been messing around, and that's why what's coming in is the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups, I think, is you. It's a Cancer card as well, Cancerians, male or female. And this is emotional honesty, okay, emotional clarity because of the King of Wands, okay. So the situation will be about enlightenment, I feel, with this Sun card. Could be somebody else coming in, but, you know, it might be that somebody else is coming in because you're attracted to them with that King of Wands, but it more than likely probably isn't for some of you guys. Could be that because the Queen of Cups can be a Cancer card, this can definitely represent you guys. This is emotional introspection coming in, a little bit of sadness because of the King of Wands, and that might be that this person here who's been giving you a little bit of the chase is actually taking the piss, because this person's a bit of a joker on the card, and it might be that they actually tell you that here. What's the overall outcome? Well, Page of Cups is the overall outcome. Page of Cups is nice messages, good news. It's about an invitation, but what's that invitation about? Well, there's lots of messages coming to you. This invitation is based on lots of communication coming in. What's that communication about? Well, the Three of Pentacles. Maybe it's something that you guys have been studying. So if you've been doing any online dating, for example, because you get the Three of Pentacles, this is about a meeting. But I can't think that this person would do this and then expect you to go for a meeting here, to meet up. This is also, when I look at the card here, this is about somebody who's studying something. Alright, so it might be the situation is taking another line. Page of Cups is the situation. This is going out, and this is exploring new love, potentially being the situation. But what is it about that situation? Well, it's the Eight of Wands. Lots of progress, lots of messages. It's usually about lots of communication. So it might be, we've got two communication cards here as well. Might be that the overall outcome is you guys start communicating with others with the Eight of Wands, sending lots of messages. It looks like somebody's looking online at something, they're studying something. So some of you guys might be doing a lot of kind of more internet dating or that type of thing. But I do feel here somebody's taking a bit of the piss with some of you guys, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't think it's the same person in the overall outcome, because they're showing us this here, I feel, what's coming in. And the King of Swords can be a very blunt character. And his bluntness, well, the situation around his bluntness is the Devil. So this is often abuse or toxic. So it's almost like the situation is something toxic, but what is it about this thing that's toxic? It's words, it's communication. But what are the words and communication based on? Well, they're based on a lie. If it's the same person, yeah, it might be that the overall outcome is, well, Page of Cups, new love, being invited to love. Why is that? Because of lots of communication around that. Could be because of the Three of Pentacles. I don't know. Are they devising something? Is there a meeting that's being devised here? That type of thing. I'd be very careful, because if this person, this is the lie card, the Seven of Swords, and if they're communicating with you, the situation is the Devil. This is toxic. All right, around this toxicity is communication with that King of Swords. So it's almost like they're communicating something that's not great. And why is that? It might be that they're lying. Seven of Swords is a liar. All right. And therefore it might be that you guys go for something here based on the lie, because you really do want to pursue this individual. Other than that, it could be that they come out with the lie, maybe, because they're communicating something that's not very good to you here. The situation is the devil. What is it about that devil? It's to do with the King of Swords. If it's not another individual that they're messing around with, then it's communication, because this person communicates clearly or bluntly. All right. So if they're communicating something around this devil, toxic energy, abuse, whatever it is, and they're communicating with you, it's because it's the Seven of Swords. They've been lying all along, and maybe this is something that they tell you. You know, I wasn't really interested, it was just a bit of fun, whatever it is, in which the overall outcome will be, well, the situation is about Page of Cups, and this is about exploring new love, new energies. And what is it about that Page of Cups? Well, it's about setting those arrows of love into motion. So that when you get the Eight of Wands, it's about setting new arrows of love into motion, sending messages out there. What are those messages about? Well, it might be with the Three of Pentacles. You've been studying something here. I can only think about online dating, that type of thing that some of you guys might be doing. So it could be either of those energies showing here. Let's get your Romance Angels energy. Before we do that, let's quickly recap the reading before I go. You guys, I feel like holding on to something. You're holding out for something here, Cancerians. Well, mentally and emotionally, what is it about you guys holding out? Mentally and emotionally, you're very, very passionate about this thing. Okay, you're very driven by it. You're very attracted to it. Why is that? Because of the Chariot. It's giving you the thrill of the chase. This thing, you know, you're trying to gain control over it, but the Chariot card is also the thrill of the chase, I feel, for some of you guys. Here, this person is showing as an Empress. So I feel that this person shows as an Empress, beautiful, sexy, male or female, you know, somebody that you really want. However, the situation around that Empress is they're slightly evasive. Four of Swords, they hold back a little bit. Why is that? Because of strength. It's either that they know that they've got you underneath the thumb. This is the Empress here, strength, and this is you. So it's either that they know they can do this because they've got you underneath the thumb, or they're just kind of a little bit hesitant, resistant. Your hopes are to gain justice. You want your justice on this. What is it about justice? Why you want to conquer, you want success. Why is that? Because you can envisage you guys together, building a life, marriage, this, that and the other. However, your expectations, situation is about showing, demonstrating those intentions, acting on those intentions with the Magician. However, what you expect is divisiveness. You expect some conflict, maybe even severance, maybe harshness here. Why is that? Because this person's totally independent. They don't really need you. Not that you need to be needed, Cancerians, but this person kind of knows themselves. They might want a friends with benefits relationship. They might be with that Nine of Pentacles just to do whatever they want to do. But they certainly feel that they don't really need you for something or other, I feel. Here, hidden factors showing the Sun. I think that this is about enlightenment coming in, and it will come in, I feel, with this Sun card. Around that Sun, what is that? For some of you guys, it could be that this person feels the same way, but I don't feel that they do, looking at these energies, because I think that they're lying around something or other. It could be because this is a Cancer card. We can explain it two ways. It could be either that there's somebody else coming in. Queen of Cups could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio as a water sign. Does not have to be at all. Can be just somebody else that's very gentle, very different to whoever this Nine of Pentacles and Empress individual is, male or female, because of an attraction with the King of Wands. So somebody else you might be looking to pursue. However, more than likely for me, this is about you guys, because the Queen of Cups is a Cancer card, can be Cancer or a Scorpio card, but this is a Cancer card for you. So it's showing you guys here, and there is a real kind of emotional enlightenment, I feel, coming in as a result of that Sun energy. I think something comes to light here. The situation is something coming to light, in which what's coming to light? It's your own emotional introspection here. Well, what's that based on? The King of Wands. It might be that somebody's just taking the piss, but it also might be with this King of Wands. King of Wands means to have great spiritual awareness and intuition. So this might be based on your own spiritual awareness and intuition on the situation. Coming in the immediate future will be the situation will be the devil stroke shadow side. Be careful of that card, because that can show a toxic situation. What is it about the toxic situation? Is somebody communicating something bluntly and openly to you? If they are, then they're communicating the Seven of Swords, that they've been deceiving you, lying perhaps, they're not being open or honest with you. It might be that they're communicating. The devil is a toxic situation. it shows some form of communication. What's the communication about? Well, it's about the Seven of Swords. So they might just carry on with the lie with that Seven of Swords. For some of you guys, it might be the devil is a difficult situation in which, well, what's so difficult? Is there another individual, the King of Swords? Why is the King of Swords showing up? Is this person been playing around with that individual with the Seven of Swords? If this person is not telling you the whole truth here, he should be a truthful individual, but it depends what he's aspected by. Could be that everything's hunky-dory. Overall outcome, Page of Cups, invitations, nice messages. What is it about that? Well, communication coming in. What's the communication about? Person might just say to you, you know what, I was actually looking up online and there's this concert I thought you might want to go to. This person's studying something. I feel if the person comes out and they say that they're not really interested or that they've got somebody else, it might be, well, for some of you guys, the Page of Cups. The situation is about finding new love, about communicating new love, that type of thing. Because it's based on communication, Eight of Wands. And what's that communication based on? Sending the arrows of love out there. You guys might have been looking out around online. You're studying something here. So you might just go out and start looking for other love or something like that. Let's have a look at what your romance angels are telling you. So, Universe Spirit, what is the advice that you've got for Cancer? What is the advice that you have for Cancerians? What is the advice that you have for Cancerians for love in the first 2 weeks? That flipped out. Wow, it's telling you to express your love for some reason. And I don't know why it's come out with that. So maybe there is something in this. But just be careful. I'm going to flip on that again because that's not the energies I was getting from the reading. Show me again. What is the advice that you have for Cancerians? What is your advice that you have for Cancerians? Show me. It tells you to flirt. Extend your light-hearted energy to others. Alright, so for some of you guys it might be that here the overall outcome is you're expressing something to this person. Well, what is it being expressed? Communication, Eight of Wands. So you're shooting these arrows of love at that person. Why is that? Because you want to work on this. Three of Pentacles. You might have a plan of your own. But if the person's not being honest with you, Cancerians, what's the point? Just depends. However, it might not be so bad. It might be that there is still a chance with the individual. Who knows? Either way, you guys... Yes, you can express your love if you want to. If there's still a chance, you guys would know more than I would. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing in the reading. Other than that, flirt. Extend your light-hearted energies to others. So maybe not confine yourself just to the one person, Cancerians, but look at other people. Because other people might be just the one for you if you're looking for love in that direction. Okay, that's your reading, Cancerians. I'd like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe. And I'll see you in the next couple of weeks. Take care.